Hi, how you doing today? I hope you're happy and doing well. And today, what I came up with a few days ago, recently, I made a video about finding a geocache, kind of a fun geocache with the water and everything. And in the comments, I was a little surprised. Some people commented that they had never heard of geocaching, had no concept of it until my video. And others said they had heard of it, but really didn't understand what it was all about. And now they kind of understood after watching my video. So what I'm going to do here is right after this, after I go away, you're going to see a clip that shows the guy. He actually filmed the guy that created the first geocache, and he shows the actual cache. It was a 5-gallon bucket that he put some swag in, some just items, including a can of beans and some software and a Ziploc with $4 in it, this and that. And how it came about was prior to that time, the technology existed of the satellites rotating around the Earth, right? And those signals being received by devices on the surface of the Earth, and cross-referencing that, or whatever you call it, and determining a GPS coordinate. But it had been exclusive to the military to use that in an accurate way. There had been an offset where, like, you could get a Garmin or some brand of GPS unit, and you could get pretty close to a site or get some pretty close coordinates, but it would be like 100, 150, within 200 feet or so. It didn't put you right on the spot. Well, in 2000, that restriction had been removed. And the clip you're going to see is from April of 2000. And this guy, Dave Oldmer, he had a group of friends that, this is the early days of the internet, nothing like we know it today, right? It was really crude compared to the kind of communication tools and emails and Teams meeting applications anyway. But he had a group of friends, like-minded people, that were into science and technology, loved the computers and their possibilities, and just a group of like-minded people. And he decided that he would, now that this GPS accuracy was really good, that he would go and hide something like a treasure hunt and post to his friends. He would tell them, hey, here's the coordinates, see if you can go find it. And they did, and they loved it. And they told other people, and it just exploded. So at the end of the clip you're about to see, it goes from him putting together that first one that he's going to go hide. And this was in Beaver Creek, Oregon. It jumps over to 3 years later, and it's getting what do you call it? A landmark site, whatever. You'll see. Check this out. This is Dave Ulmer and his hide, and I got this. This is on the internet. This is not the whole thing. If you want to watch the whole thing, it's easy to find on YouTube. Just search for it, the original geocache, and you'll find it. But anyway, here we go. And then, so after this, then you're going to see my daughters and I find a kind of a run-of-the-mill, just a regular geocache. It's over near a new strip mall we have here in Brenham. We got it the other evening. And then today, I went and recorded or did some video about 2 other geocaches in my area, just to show examples of different type geocaches. One of them is what I call a fun geocache, and the other is what you would call an evil hide, very difficult to find. And both of those last 2 are owned by the sock monkey, my buddy Carrie. So here we go.
New invention. Software, video cassette, some money, cassette recorder, a book, a can of food, some discs, this stuff is going to become the first GPS stash. Here's the cover that goes on top. And what goes in there is a, hold on, let's look for it. Here it is, the GPS stash logbook. 4300. Ooh, let's take something, leave something. I'm gonna go bury this thing out. Here's a list of things in there. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna bury this in location and publish the coordinates on the internet so anybody can come and in it. Either note in the logbook. Yeah,
So,
we'll see if we can do thousands of these.
you notice he called it the first GPS stash, not a geocache, but this is the origin of geocaching. You see on his little sheet, he was writing the rules or things. All right, and after hiding it, this is some years later. That can of beans that was in the first stash, that's that can of beans.
That everybody's been.
The first one that you put in here, huh?
Yep, that's the. There you go. There was a remnant of the original. There it is, the infamous can of beans that everybody's been joking about.
The first one that you put in here, huh?
Yep, that's an artifact from the old days.
This is the first one.
The first geocache. What do you call that? Swag.
Yeah.
Yeah, original swag.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to trade up for this one here.
Right, we'll have to leave that one in there. Alrighty.
Originally, that had some really good things in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I read the...
And you're Jeff, right? And I'm Dave Ulmer here. Look at me. I'm one of the guys. There's Don. He was the first finder, or guinea pig finder.
Guinea pig finder.
Guinea pig finder. And this is the site of the first geocache, and it's getting a national monument.
Eventually.
See if you can find it, Sarah.
I found it.
Okay.
Did you find it?
Yep.
Okay. It's not small.
Oops.
Well, it's not a micro.
Oh, that's right. I remember it said there's some swag in there. That's one of those containers like I used to. Here,
You have a pen?
log it for me too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm holding the pen out to you.
Okay.
So let me see that container. Yep, got a little bit of swag in there. Little race car.
Was a button at some point.
Yeah. You can just log it for both of us.
Okay.
Sarah doesn't have a geocaching ID. She's searched with us quite a bit, helped us find some geocaches, but she's never logged them. Lauren did have she has an ID, and she used to be a premium member. She's not sure she is anymore. She is tie-dyed nurse because she likes tie-dyed things, and she's a nurse. And we are, just to give some perspective on where we're at here. This road is for future use. We're behind the new mall where Marshall's and PetSmart and I think there's about 8 stores there in that mall. It's not really a strip mall, or maybe it is. They're all lined up in a row. Got the Mod Pizza. Anyway, if you continue on down the road, it dead ends down here. But this is obviously for future development, whether that be an industrial park, exactly like they did right down the road from here. They had a place like this that was all just open land, and now it is wall-to-wall buildings and concrete. It's an industrial park, and I'm sure that's what this is for too. And Puppy Trainer, who's a geocacher I'm very familiar with, she hid this geocache. She's a great hider and a great geocacher. And there you go, we found it. So this is a great example of a fun cache, what I call a fun cache. A couple of days ago I read where a geocacher logged this finding this cache, and they had their grandchild with them, granddaughter I believe, and of course she loved it. And I opened this container. This is a Sock Monkey 69 cache. Sock Monkey, my buddy, if you watch my channel you might have seen him put some new grips on my golf clubs recently. So there's the geocache. I'm using my head-mounted GoPro, so make sure you get a good shot. There's the geocache, and we're going to open her up here. And this geocache is called I Taught a Putty Tat. And here we go. So there you go.
You doing the geocaching?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I taught a putty tat. You hear that? You get it? See? When you open it up. He's a very creative fellow. And that is what's called a fun cache. I don't need to sign the log in there because I found this cache some years ago when he first set it. And I'm just here to use it to show an example of a great fun geocache. And now, Sock Monkey is very creative, and he built that. He builds a lot of things, whether it's for geocaching or otherwise, but he's not most known for fun caches. He's most known for evil hides. In other words, they're very, very difficult to find, very challenging, I guess is a nice way to put it. And let me show you one of those. So this geocache is 10-4 Sock Monkey, and as I approach this section of fence and these transformers over here, it shows me on the app. I'm getting closer and closer and closer, and if I continue on, I'm getting further and further away, so I know it's right there. And in the interest of making this video not too long, I'm going to tell you, I have found this some years ago, right after the Sock Monkey placed it, and it's on this post. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to go down here. Watch carefully. Okay, see that hole? Investigated that very thoroughly. Not there. Just going down, going down, going down, going down. Okay, let's go back up. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you just saw the geocache. I just showed you. It's in that clip. Did you see it? Well, I'll show you where it is if you didn't see it. And if you didn't, don't feel bad. It took me 3 or 4 trips out here and probably around 45 minutes total of searching before I found it. And it is right there, right there. And what I'm going to have to do is reach around, finger, see if I can get a hold of it there. There we go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a 410 shotgun shell. You get it? 10-4 Sock Monkey, 410. Inside that shotgun shell is the log that you sign to take credit for finding this geocache. That is what you call an evil hide. The man is creative and he's evil. I was so frustrated and so pissed at my buddy, like, he would not give hints. I mean, it was, he truly played the game in the purest way you can. You got to find it, and I finally did. But very cool. Well done, Sock Monkey 69. Well done.